All right. Q loves you. Coming to you live. Yeah, looking kind of fresh tonight. Got a very, 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 very special guest coming up later. Notice the blue and super cool. So I know Patrick Ney is super jealous.
You look cool, man.
Listen.
Q, you look cool.
Listen, bro, when you're Hollywood, and you've got, this guy named Joe Cool coming on later. I mean, what are you supposed to do, bro? You know what I mean?
Look like you're an extra in Scarface 2, the Diaz brothers.
Holy way. I'll take those off for now. But yeah,
okay.
Figured an extra little blue for, it's actually been a pretty good day. Ask me what happened today, Patrick.
Did your test come back positive?
That is obvious.
Okay.
But it's not COVID we're talking about, so I don't really go out and get into details. But yeah, I know. So
dude, what's going on? You seem full of life and energy.
Well, two really cool things. So I'm gonna give a shout out to my boys right now. They got this business we talked about called Mayday Beach Rentals down in Newport Beach, which they bring. If anybody goes down there, want to go to the beach, they bring all the stuff to the beach for you. You can look them up, Mayday Beach Rentals on Instagram. Amazing, good homies. But they had a special guest today, Chuck Liddell, drop in on them, and Chuck gave him a nice big fat shout out on Instagram, which was a nice thing for them for their first round, and got a lot of love. So I'm giving some love out to them because I'm really proud of them and they're starting to make some moves. So really stoked. So when you want to go to the beach and don't want to do shit, you don't want to bring anything, call my boys, Mayday Beach Rentals. Tell them Q sent you, get 20% off. Yeah, plug.
Wow.
Second thing, which is pretty sick, is I'm also I'm working on I worked with Susan Komen last year. For those that don't know, my sister had cancer, and I did a Band of Angels event last October. I'm working on doing one and producing one again this October. But I just got a call right before the show, and they're doing a live telethon on CBS, and they asked me to be one of the hosts for this live telethon.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it's a good start of a day. I'm ready to laugh. We got presidential, nominations coming in and all that stuff. What do you got? What's going on with you, brother? I'm talking.
I learned how to tie my shoe again, so I can't compete with that.
Congratulations.
I was excited to see Steve Bannon was in the news again. That was kind of cool.
Yep.
Great guy, solid dude, straight shooter, good dude. And just, trying to make it happen, bringing wine to the people, And we got such a show. Some of my favorite people are on this show tonight. I love it, man.
Well,
how did we do this? We should have done this last week.
Wait, last week. That's funny. For all those that don't know, we didn't do last week because Q's not good at his job. Anyway.
Oh, no. Mark Zuckerberg was giving you a timeout.
I know, Bush leaguer. Anyway. So who do we got in the show tonight, Patrick Ney?
Well, we have some classics and some new friends and some great, awesome surprises. The amazingly talented, gifted Adam Gropman, ladies and gentlemen, one of Boston's finest. He is, I believe, doing some census work, which I find to be intense and hilarious and awesome and helpful.
Admirable.
And I had some lady texting me about the census, and I said, I texted her back, just some random thing. I said, a census taker came to read the census in that voice. And it did the whole, thing from Silence of the Lambs. She had no fucking idea what I was talking about. So that was good.
Nice.
Zero. I was like, come on. It's like, I know what Gone with the Wind was, and I was only 10. And we have the very funny, talented Maria Bruggere. Am I saying that right?
Bruggere, but
Bruggere.
Sure.
I think Bruggere sounds Bruggere,
because I like to speak French.
Way Bruggere.
Right. She's very Bruggere. Boy, they're Bruggere.
Mm-hmm.
Who was awesome and funny. Welcome to our little part of the world. And then one of the best people to come out of Orange County since Katie Porter. Sorry, I said that. I shouldn't have said that. The very awesome and talented, funny, great guy, awesome dude, Matt Ballgame Balaker, everybody. Hooray, hooray. Where is he? I don't see him on my screen. I need some screen, Q.
I can't help you out there. That's on your end.
All right, that's bullshit. Anyways, let me see because I want to see everybody. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Maddie, welcome. Good to see you, pal. How are you? Yeah, I can't hear him. Q, what kind of show are you running here?
That's not me. It's not mine. Maddie.
I could hear him a minute ago, and now I can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. I was building suspense.
Success.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm well.
Good to see you.
Excited to be here. Yes, this is a big deal.
Yes.
I like that backdrop you have. It's sort of like with the set of the Golden
Suburbia.
State Killer documentary.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. It's great. It's great. Good to see all you guys. Maria has a real set. There we go. I zonked out for a second. My computer is a piece of shit. I just got a new computer. I'm using my old computer. So how's everybody doing? As you can see, I get my hair styled like Ken Burns. I don't know if you can tell that. I'm a big fan of Sweet James Bruggere.
Oh.
You know, he's on TV all the time, except for the fact that when they do the close-ups, he's got bad teeth. And I'm like, listen, if you want I slipped on a banana peel case at church, you better get your shit together. All right. I've tried that a few times and it just, I'm pushing that off the cliff officially. I haven't been on Twitter, and then I got back on like recently, and just people fighting about politics. It's just I hate it. And somebody wrote like Trump's the devil, and I'm thinking no, if Trump is not devil people because in the Omen, those are devil people. They can make you jump off a building and land on a spire. And if that was Trump, it would be like, he'd make a guy jump off into a rubber band factory or something. It wouldn't happen. He couldn't get that right. Have you guys ever ghosted anybody? Ever given somebody the zero, the later, the you don't exist? Blah. Anybody?
Yep.
Yep. All right. We got one brave soul here. Q. You're a nice guy. Have you ghosted?
It's years ago, decades ago, maybe.
Yeah. Are you talking about a month ago? Okay. That's how time is now. I ghosted my student loans, which they don't really. So I've been reading. I've been reading a lot, but I've also been listening books on tape, and there's some amazing classics that I've never, so if I'm driving around, I turn it on. So I've been reading the Miracle Worker, the famous, amazing miracle, read by Kylie Jenner, which is kind of, it just, I don't know. Okay. I feel like I'm just trying to have things going. I'm trying to make things happen. You know what I mean? And there's so much weird time. It's like, now I know when when DJs are pretending to be busy all the time, that's what I feel like. So, okay. Still worried about those symptoms every day. I'm like, okay, my stomach doesn't feel right. That's number one. I've got a headache. That's number two. I have a 4-hour erection. Okay, so I don't know. It's like, that could be from the pill I took. Okay, all right. We have a new dog that, if you can hear it barking in the background, it's our quarantine Poochie. It's so sweet. It's part terrier, part Karen. Hello. I think both shut up. So that was my 70s thing. My kid created a Ouija board. He's like, we'll figure this out. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want devil ghosts in the house. So I ripped it up in front of his face, which he was not too happy about. And my kid actually, we're at a point where my kid treats me like I'm his divorced mother's boyfriend. So he calls me by my first name. And, and he's like, you don't even know me. I'm like, I know you very well, actually. So that's good.
That's true, by the way. That's not a joke. That's absolutely.
No, that's not true. I have used this time, and I've to talk to because I can't see everybody, like all of the friends that I sort of have, and so I've been talking to a lot of people online and then phone calls, and talked to a bunch of old college friends, and we're talking about just the olden days, and my fraternity nickname was Lady Boner. Yeah, and I wasn't in a fraternity, so that was that kind of felt weird. Had a guy almost crash into me. That's a true story. And he was in a Lamborghini. I looked it up. This particular Lamborghini was $790,000. And then I looked up how much you could buy like an expensive painting. And it came up a Monet painting, not one of the classics, but an actual Monet painting you could buy for $630,000. So this guy's basically driving around an impressionist masterpiece, pretty much. And then I looked up how much my car cost. And do you guys know dogs playing poker? So that's okay, good. We have such a great show today. Why would we waste it with me? You know what I mean?
Because you're funny, Patrick Nate. Thank you.
Oh,
buddy.
thank you. Look, I have you know what? Never mind. Okay.
Do it. Go.
No, the thing is like, I know we're on Facebook. I'm so over Facebook. I cannot handle it anymore. Again, it's like people just yelling at each other. And now my mom is on it full on. And I know that's hacky to go, my mom's on Facebook, but like the times when I go on Facebook, I'll try to write something, profound, like the world is coming to an end because of the climate change. And what is Trump doing? And, blah, 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 and like this big diatribe. And then like in the comments, my mom will write, Mrs. Johnson died. It's like you are ruining my Facebook boner, if I may again. So, and she's like, I don't know how to do it. So I'm like, apparently. So I'm glad we waited for that one. That was well worth the I think I slipped on 2 banana peels tonight, James Bruggere. Okay, check and mate. Who do we got going first tonight?
Adam.
Oh, the Grops. Oh, good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, the Grops is one of my oldest, palliest comedian pals in Los Angeles. I remember when you had a show at the place right, the hotel right by where they filmed Swingers.
Yeah,
what was that called? Last Cap before the 101.
It said Last Cappuccino before the 101, and the Best Western is still there. That restaurant is now this way slick, retro, cool diner that the same people who own the thing called Swingers. But yeah, I called my show The Last Laughs before the 101.
Right, I remember that. Yeah. I begged to get on it, and you're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
No, I said, "Get back here." I was kidding. Get the fuck out of here. Get back here.
Get out of here. But yeah, that was where they shot a couple of those scenes from the movie Swingers, right?
They did, and interesting people hung out there too in real life, like Tarantino and Brad Pitt and guys like that would come down from the hills or whatever and eat breakfast at that place. It was very weird and cool.
Yeah. I admit that part of LA is like, especially now, it's like just seems like it's really just gone. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of cool back then. I mean, like now it's just like a piece of plastic. You know what I mean? It's like cars.
It was still it was still a little under whatever then.
What Matt Knutson has a joke. I wish a million people would give up on their dreams. And this would be cool. But I think we're getting that. So who knows? All right, the Grops. I'm not going to go on your litany of things. I'm just going to let you explode upon the people.
Thank you.
Go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Gropman.
Hey. All right. Great to be here. Thanks. By the way, I just want to say, Pat, you mentioned something about being a DJ. Yeah. And I think this setup, this whole thing about, especially if you're doing sitting down or sort of stationary standing comedy, and the way you're framed, it has kind of a DJ vibe. It's cool. I just think it's like DJ comedy. Just feels like I was in a supermarket. Adjust, scratch, volume, produce section. Lights, woo. Just that, that thing that DJs, it's like you said, they burn more calories than really have to doing that job. And I think it makes everybody feel good about paying them, whatever it is. They still don't really understand the job compared to like just putting in music. But the fact that they like do this all the time, I kind of admire that. You know what I mean? It's something there.
There's something there. Well, I went, we went to an expensive New Year's Eve party with a DJ that was on KCRW who was like, I like this guy's music. And then we went there, it was like, like, I thought I was having like a coke-induced nervous breakdown.
That is one of my
Would have been better
songs.
than how I felt.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you, but that is one of my favorite songs. That film mixed about it. I just want to say off the top, right now, I think right now is a great time to be alive if you like horrible times. I'm just saying, if you're into like fear and disintegration and misery, this is your jam. You know, this is what you've been waiting for. There are people out there who are like, fuck, I can finally come out of the basement with my M16 and my cyanide pills. All right. All those other years fucking sucked. It is. This is when, certain people really come alive, But anyway, to be more positive going forward here, I think that each and every one of us can personally do something to make our world a better place. And that's why that I have decided to start smoking pot again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I can do.
Welcome back.
I can't really fucking change anything in the world, but I can envelop myself in a spiral of delusion and munchies. Okay, I can do that. I can actually change my perception of things, but I'm very much like a few toes in it. I have a few toes in the pot thing. It's been a long, long time. Pot changed incredibly since I was a kid, and I'm no young kid, But I mean, pot in the decades. I mean, Pat, you guys, maybe you can relate. It went from being some kind of mellow leaf to this like high-powered torture serum that you get like a Guantanamo inmate to confess. You know what I mean? Like, pot is it's just a fucking competitive game now. Strength. You know what I mean? Like, dude, 38.5 THC. Like, this killed an elephant the other day. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Like pot. When I was a kid, pot was like, hey man, like Cheech and Chong. Like,
yeah. What it is.
Now you smoke too much of the wrong pot, and it's like, I did it! I killed JFK! It was me! Like, what's up with him? Oh, he had a hit of the purple chameleon pomegranate.
Shit, I think I had some stuff that was called Down syndrome. I mean, it was like it wasn't normal for a week.
I tell you that, just really, by the way, yeah, Levi, it's okay, I'm sorry. All right.
We interrupt this program from a child.
He said stop yelling. He's right.
He said, what's going on in there?
This really happened. I'll just cut in with this. A buddy of mine who lives down in downtown LA, Chinatown, I went down and visited him.
Oh, so this is a heroin joke? No,
it's a heroin joke. It's not a heroin joke. And I was with my son, and I drove down, and near the end of us walking around Chinatown and seeing his really cool, weird building, it was really cool. He pulls out a vape. And I know that he's way more of a pot smoker than I am. He's like, "Hey man," and I go, "It's not too strong, is it? Because I'm really pretty like lightweight, dude. Nah, this is the mellow. This is the stuff that's just like mellow, dude." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm glad I only took one hit." And then I started realizing, no, dude, seriously, what do you mean? He's like, "Nah, it's only. I mean, no, it's it's like 38%, but it's not. I mean, it's not strong for me."
Jesus.
I was like, dude, I'm not, that's so come on. And then I was like, okay, I might have to hang out here for a couple hours before I drive back to Burbank, but okay, no, you know what? I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in the car with my 6-year-old son and somehow get home to Burbank. And it just reminded me of like when you're first doing drugs as a kid and you're like, this isn't a challenge for I'll never forget how I drove home literally like, okay, I can do it. I can find the freeway entrance. I will not. Oh, hi. Should we be okay?
Hello.
We got some.
Here, quick. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Don't do it. I'm talking to your son. Don't do any of this stuff.
He won't. Trust me.
Okay. No, I know.
Can you stop? Yeah, it's just stop.
Anyway, when I did, I'll just go back to the previous material. When I was younger. And I smoked pot, I started getting like really way too high. That's why I stopped. And this is the truth. I would be at a party or something, and all of a sudden I would start getting blown out and like paranoid. And I'd be looking around, and I'd be thinking in my head, why is everybody looking at me? Why are they laughing at me? Why is everybody looking at me? And it's ironic because now I'm a comedian, so I'm like, why isn't everybody looking at me? Why aren't they laughing at me? Why don't they laugh at me? You laugh. I'm funny. I'm silly. You laugh at me. Laugh at me. But the one thing I always respected about the marijuana culture is that it's so generous, right? It's very giving. Like
Yes.
all those years I didn't smoke, I'd be at a party and I felt bad because they'd be passing it around and they always want to include you. You know what I mean? They always wanted to like pass it to me. And I hate saying no, you know, but they had to. And I always wish they were just passing around something that I really liked. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you want some coconut cream pie? Like, yeah, 32% coconut cream to get you full. And that's my gateway drug. So later on, you'd find me outside yogurt land. You know what I mean? Like begging for toppings and stuff. Like, come on, man. Give me the Oreo crumblies that you're going to throw out. Come on. Help me out. Let's see what I want to talk about next. Oh yeah, so I might still belong to a gym. I really don't know. Because,
Nice.
it's like we've been 5 months in the pandemic, and I did belong to a really inexpensive gym, and I'm cool with it. I tell you the truth, I'm psyched because it's the best excuse not to work out. Nobody can say anything. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to work out, but there's a pandemic. You know what I mean? And I just want to tell my gym, it's cool. I will keep paying you the monthly, like forever. Just never let me know when you open again. That's the only thing. Like, seriously. I'll up it to $15 a month. Just never send me the spam mail that says we're open. Seriously. Just consider it a contribution. I don't want to. But I was going to the gym and stuff, and it's okay, but I resent the fact that my gym lets in guys who are like really ripped and shredded, you know what I mean, and all that, and like
Yeah.
they invariably like walk around in front near me, and I compare, you know what I mean. And I got some guy over here has got the ice cube tray thing here for I don't know what reason, and arms look like he's built the pyramids by hand, you know what I mean, that kind of guy. Like I'm talking about those guys look like they've never had a meal at 7-Eleven like after midnight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. That's not good self-control. That's too much. Whereas shirtless, I look like I have a very muscular turkey implanted under my abdomen. Okay, I look like the world's cockiest drug smuggler. Like seriously, like. But that's why I like hiking. I like hiking. Hiking is off the grid. It's pretty much independent. Nobody knows where or what time you started or how long you were sitting on a bench. Like seriously, nobody ever walks up to you on your hike and goes, "Hey, bro, mind if I give you some pointers on your hike?" That's not a thing. Most hikers are mute, actually, in my experience. I don't even think they can talk, you know?
Mhm.
And the statistical measure of hiking is so different. That's what I love about it. Because other sports, it's like, hey, I benched 285, or like, I shot a 72, 300 par. I'm like, I saw 5 butterflies and a baby garden snake. And it's like, wow, that's a pretty good mountain, dude. Because all I saw was like a used condom and a Budweiser can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Gropman's doing over there. I occasionally think about things in my life, and I was thinking recently, like, what is my greatest achievement or achievements going to be at the end of my life? Am I going to have any of those, IMDb, or whatever, Wikipedia bullet points, And I thought about like famous people. It says it on their gravestone. That's how simple, how great they are. They're just on their gravestones, like Sir Laurence Olivier, actor. You know what I mean? Or George Washington, president. And I'm wondering, like, what the hell is my gravestone going to say someday? You know what I mean? It's like Adam Gropman, stand-up comedian, substitute teacher, tech support specialist, door-to-door census worker every 10 years, gas station attendant, flower delivery man, ... Please see back of gravestone. It's like there's more jobs on there. Type 50 words a minute, able to lift heavy boxes for hotel and restaurant work. See other gravestone. Like that is not a cool gravestone. You know what I mean? Like if a dead guy could get chicks, you're not getting them from there. It's not like Jim Morrison. Women still want to F him. You know what I mean? In the grave.
Yeah. Yes.
Joint panties. Not. All my gravestone's gonna do is just bum people out who visit cemetery. It's just gonna be like, honey, come here. No, you got to see this. I can't explain. No, just look at that one. It's so sad. It's like he's still trying to get work. Oh my God, they never hired the dead. Yeah, that's terrible. Our dog just got up. I thought it was my son. Just by the way, let me know like how many minutes or what. Just.
You got 20 minutes left.
No.
I'm kidding. You can wrap it up soon.
Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Let me see here what I want to talk about right
I want to talk about what's the most famous grave you've ever been to. That's what you reminded me of.
That's a good one.
Oh, you know what? I haven't been a big visit graves guy, but like if I was at one, I would respect it. I don't know. I'll think about that.
I've seen George Washington's grave.
Really?
Yeah, because
I believe you. Where is it?
It's in Canada.
Okay, all right.
Mount Vernon, come on! Mount Vernon, Virginia.
I've actually been to Morrison's and Prince's when he died outside of his place. I don't know if that's a big deal or not.
Oh wow.
The spaghetti guy?
Prince?
Yeah, Prince Spaghetti. Oh,
come on, guys.
I guess I'm aging myself.
Come on, I'm a Minnesota boy, dude. Do not be denigrating.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about that, but
no problem. Should I just leave you guys with one bit?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, my mom is a good person, but she's a character, like I think a lot of our moms probably are, as you'll see in this story. One summer, I went swimming down in Venice Beach. And you hear Venice Beach, you think, oh, that's a handful, all the crazy people. But it's actually mellow swimming there because apparently crazy people are afraid of salt water. Yeah, it's like the Wicked Witch. It evaporates them or something. So if you're out there in the water, you're free. You're left alone. So anyway, I'm vaguely aware that there's this riptide thing going on, but I don't know what a riptide is. Is it tickly water? Does it sink boats? I just think it's like a word that some beach guys made up to sound cool. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, riptide, rip torn, rip curl, back at you, brother, hang five. I'm like, I've swam there. I don't give a fuck about riptide. Just shut up. You know what I mean? So I'm out in the water and suddenly I realize, oh wait, I can't get back to shore. And I'm a pretty good swimmer and I'm swimming as hard as I can. And I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere. Like it felt like being on a treadmill. I mean, it was a lot like my, comedy career. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Tuesday at Flappers, Wednesday at Flappers, Thursday at Flappers, getting closer. Shit, Monday at Flappers. God damn it. And then really kick it into overdrive, okay? And I swim as hard as I possibly can toward shore. And I'm actually getting exhausted. I'm starting to have the weird panicky experience. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I might drown out here and die and never see my wife or my son or my friends ever again. But if I do live, this is a pretty good workout. Oh my God. And abs, lats, glutes, legs, everything. Jesus, I should teach this drowning workout. Oh my God. And I look up and I see the lifeguard on shore and he's talking to someone and he notices me struggling and he waves at me and I wave back at him and then he gives me the thumbs up and he turns back to his friend. And I'm the kind of person, I hate to bother service people, right? Like I was having lunch with my wife at a place and I ordered the chicken sandwich and she brought me the beef sandwich and I just sat there quietly and ate it. And my wife was like, you can tell her and she'll bring you the chicken. And I'm like, no, I didn't want the beef, but it's okay. I'll eat the beef sandwich. I don't want to make this guy swim out and mess up his hair and, whatever. It's just, I'll save myself, So I pull out every last ounce of energy and somehow I swim through the middle of the riptide, which you're not supposed to do. Supposed to go around it. And I get back to shore and I'm almost passed out. And I get in my car and I'm driving on the 10th freeway east. I'm going home and I call my mom in Boston. I tell her what happened. And she goes, oh my God, honey. Oh my God, my heart just skipped a beat. Tell me, did you make it? I go, no, Mom, I'm dead at the bottom of the ocean. I can't believe Metro PCS works down here. She's sarcastic. Okay, I'm not dead. I made it out of the water alive. I am not a ghost or a talking zombie. Still sarcastic. And I realize it's easier for me to swim through a riptide than to not be sarcastic. And I want you guys to know that in the time since that event, my mom actually does think that I'm alive. And see, that sounds sarcastic. So there you go. Anyway, thanks, guys. This has been fun.
Yeah. I'm dropping everybody. I'm dropping. Wow. Metro PCS. Well, maybe that's why she's disappointed. I would be. Yes.
It's a good deal.
Gangster phone. Huh? That's like worse than Sprint. Where's your mom live?
My parents are in a Boston suburb now called Gloucester, which is an old oceany place.
Sure. It doesn't sound oceany. No, it sounds very oceany. Very funny, Adam. Very funny. Very funny. Yes. Go smoke some of that grass. Actually, in reality, from all the years I've been doing comedy, you and Balaker are like two of the only people that weren't smoking pot at the end of the show. But you're actually, both of you guys are fun to watch under the influence of marijuana. I'm not making that up. It's actually true, because maybe there's like a switch or something. Because the people that are baked doing comedy, I was like, man, they're baked. Nah, I can see it. All right. That went nowhere.
I'll just say, Pat, coming back to a little bit of pot at my current age, I'm now thinking this guy, maybe I'll get into serious hardcore stuff when I'm like 75. You know what I mean? maybe I'll chunky out. Maybe I'll go full grunge band, Seattle. Like
call it a day. Call it a day.
Well, you know what?
Hey, we've got presidential candidate coming on here shortly, so we got to keep this ball game rolling.
Oh, come on, we're talking about weed.
Sorry, man. Listen, this is a kids show too. We can't fucking talk about heroin all fucking day, okay?
Okay, got it. All right. Well, with that being said, smoke up, Johnny, and thank you very much. And let's move on to our next comic, who is the lovely and talented Maria Bruggere. I know that's not right. Welcome, Maria.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's you make me sound fancy, and I'm.
Well, yeah, you are fancy.
Oh my gosh!
With your glass of wine, like I can't believe I'm doing this.
You think I'm fancy with this glass of wine? I stole this glass from a winery in Oregon, so I don't know how.
No, that's classic. You have to keep the glass. Keep the glass.
Go, and I just took it with me. Yeah, Adam, I got caught in a riptide too. I almost drowned. I didn't know you're supposed to swim sideways.
Yes.
Exact same.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was on study abroad, and we were one breath away from 4 exchange students being dead.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, guys, I think I'm depressed at this point. We've been in quarantine for I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so depressed that when Amy Klobuchar came on at the Democratic convention on Monday, I realized that's the only boost of serotonin I'm gonna get. Klobuchar, if you've ever heard her speak, if that makes you happy, you're definitely depressed.
Yes.
Another Minnesota again. Another Minnesota.
Like, I love her, but wow, they could have given her some speaking tips, I think, just in general in life would have been good. I don't know. We've obviously established at this point that I'm a white woman. I'm the only woman that's of any kind on this show tonight. But I did cry when Hillary Clinton lost the election in 2016. I know it's probably not surprising to you guys. You can call me Snowflake if you want to. Okay, that's fine. I actually have been owning that title since before it was cool. I actually wanted to be a snowflake when I grew up as a kid. Yeah, I wanted to be a snowflake and a hair cutter, and my dad was more concerned about the hair cutter part. Yeah, it's like, my daughter will not cut hair for a living. She will be better than that. She will melt when she hits the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I was upset about Hillary losing the election though, because obviously, but I was also upset that Trump won, but not like, I was upset because he copied me. Okay, he rigged the election and I rigged an election. And I'm not talking about kindergarten. Like, I rigged a national election at 9 years old. Okay. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Okay. My dad ran for U.S. Senate in 1996 out of Oregon as a Democrat.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. And he ran against this Mormon dude named Gordon Smith, which, like, it doesn't get any more Mormon than a guy named Gordon Smith.
So he had the Democratic nomination for senator in Oregon?
He did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a Wikipedia page. You can go read all about it. Okay. He's probably watching right now.
Does that be Senator Bruggere?
Sorry?
Senator Bruggere?
Yeah, his name is Tom.
Oh.
Yeah, so he ran against this guy, Gordon Smith. And if you'd won the election, back then, if you won, you moved to Washington, D.C. Now it's not as big of a deal. And I don't know if you know what it's like to be 9 years old, but moving across the country is the worst thing you can do to a 9-year-old girl. Like, rip me away from my friend. So I was going to do everything I could to stop him from winning. I grew up in this town in Oregon called Wilsonville, and it was like crawling with Mormons. And so I essentially converted during the campaign season to make sure that my dad lost the election. Because I realized, like, the Mormon kids at school would come up to me and they'd be like, just so you know, my dad isn't voting for your dad. And I was like, okay, convert me. What do I have to do? Like, what book do I have to read? I'm on board with you guys. Just let me know, like, what underwear do I need to start wearing to make this work? And so I turned on all my liberal friends and everything. And I would go up to them and, like, say things like, my dad's running an education platform and I heard your parents are voting for him. That means more homework for you, right? And they would be like, oh my God, you're so right. Or like I would like really pick on the boys in school, which is probably not surprising to anybody at this point. And I'd be like, my dad wants an assault weapons ban. By the time you're 21, you're going to be sad, anxious, and nobody's going to want to have sex with you. You're going to need an assault rifle. Okay. You don't want to vote for my dad. You have a manifesto to write. Like, get to work. I realize that's dark for many of you. We're in dark times.
You close the door.
It's not my fault. Oh, yep. So the race, so election day comes around. My dad loses the election. The race was so close, they had to count absentee ballots. He lost by like 700 votes, you guys.
Oh my God.
That was all me. That was all me. Like, I realized that in that moment that Mormons can perform miracles. I ran over to the Mormon church. I like high-fived all my friends or whatever, and I went up to the bishop and he gave me an honorary pair of special underwear, which is so awesome if you know anything about the Mormon underwear. And then he high-fives me and he's like, frick yeah, you did it. I don't know. What I do know though is, like, in terms of school and stuff right now, if you're a kid that is good at faking sick, now is your moment. Like, if you're one of those kids that's being forced to go to real school, like, you need to assemble. This is your moment. I found my diary from 7th grade the other day, you guys.
Oh.
Which means that my diary's been traveling around with me for 13 years. I've moved 11 times in 13 years. And this scratch and sniff diary that smells like movie theater popcorn has been coming with me forever. And I don't know. I feel like I should probably burn it because it's tumultuous. Like, you thought a pandemic was an emotional roller coaster. You should see the thoughts and feelings of a 13-year-old. In 2001, like, this is like, I started writing this journal right after 9/11 happened. And so the first page of the diary is, I don't know why Daniel doesn't like me back. He blocked me on AOL Instant Messenger, and I just want to tell him that I love him. I wish he would unblock me. That's the first page. The literal next sentence after that is, Osama bin Laden needs to be killed. If the military can't find him, then they're not being trained well enough, and I'm just going to go get him myself. This is my thought process. I don't know. I had this whole thing when I was 13 that if we weren't going to find Osama in a timely manner, which I think at that point could have been any time, I was going to buy a Mini Cooper, fly to Afghanistan, get a thick rope, find him, drive around all the to all the caves, find him, capture him, drag him, tie him up, drag him behind the Mini Cooper all the way to New York City, parade him around castrated for everyone to see. That was my goal for how I was going to get Osama. Can you imagine if I ran on the Democratic ticket today?
Yeah, you probably win.
Like, I don't know if I would win, but I think that they would be like, she didn't vote for Iraq, but she had other plans that we didn't like. No, I couldn't even like drive at 13, and I wanted to go over there and kill the world's most wanted man.
We all did.
Yeah, we all did. But I think my plan would have been pretty cool. Like, the way they got him was cool, but can you imagine this like little blonde girl just driving through the desert in the Middle East? Like, I'm gonna get him, guys. Don't worry. Would have been great if Instagram had still been around. Would have been really good for the gram.
Sure.
I've been watching this documentary on Hawaii, and they've been talking about sea turtles. That's like the only thing Hawaii has to offer now, I feel like, because people.
Hawaii's pretty great.
So no, Hawaii's great, but like people care so much about sea turtles now that they're like, that's all that matters. So the main thing in this segment was that turtles are solitary creatures. I don't know if you guys knew that. That everybody wants to save sea turtles, right? Like, nobody wants to use plastic straws anymore. But when a woman goes to dinner by herself in a solitary manner, it's a huge problem. I just want to know where the divide is on that. I don't know. Like, I just want to go out for Italian by myself on a Wednesday.
Well, turtles, they need the space. It's like
they don't need the space. They're not that. I'm bigger than a sea turtle. Like,
I saw a sea turtle in Hawaii that was about as big as a Volkswagen Bug. It was huge.
Yeah, no, there are some big ones, but I'm still bigger.
Okay. I don't know. He's big.
I'm 5'8", so I haven't seen a turtle that's 5'8". Have you?
No.
Yeah. They might be wider than me, but I don't think they're taller. So
yeah. This one was big.
I don't know. I don't. Have you guys been invited to any Zoom weddings yet?
No,
No.
God
Oh
no.
my God. Can you imagine? Like, the only reason people go to Zoom weddings is so that they can look hot and get wasted off the his and hers cocktails and then make bets on how long the marriage is going to last. If you do that in a Zoom wedding, like everybody's going to see you. Like they're going to see you. They're going to see you in the chat making wagers like 4 years, 7 years, 13 months. I don't know. Is a rape in space called Space Force?
Oh.
Well, okay, look. Okay, don't groan at that. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's
You got a
funny.
bunch of snowflakes on here.
No, okay. Well, okay. So if that's the truth, though, it makes Trump's space campaign a lot more believable, you know?
Yes, nice.
Look, you know what? We started
Nice.
this with politics with rape, okay? It seems appropriate for the evening, you know?
Yep.
I don't go, I mean, I know we're in a pandemic and so bars are not open, but I don't go to like bar. Like the last time I went to a bar before all this happened, this guy came up to me and didn't even introduce himself. And he goes, I want to fuck you like a hippo. Wow, right? Crazy.
That's hot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Is that some kind of like new age fat joke? And he was like, no, don't you know hippos have sex? And I was like, no, dude, I need you to tell me fast before I decide if I'm going to run away. Because the male holds the female underwater until he's finished. He's like, that sounds like rape.
Yeah.
Like
Rape and murder.
Kink, dude. So I don't know. I mean, this is where I get myself into trouble because
Good
I
trouble.
should have run away, but I am the kind of person that will stay and chat. It's amazing I haven't been murdered yet. So I said to him, well, I want to fuck you like a slender Brazilian possum. And like just the term slender Brazilian possum sounds hot, right? So immediately he's like, oh my God, tell me more. And I was like, yeah, they have sex and then the male dies. And the only way you can one up a rape is with a murder. So
Right.
I went home with him. And he's buried in my backyard. No, it's funny. I'm done now with this, but if you go to Westwood, Marilyn Monroe is buried behind the iPic Theater.
Come on.
You haven't seen her. Swear to God.
Behind the iPic Theater?
Yeah, in Westwood. So it's Marilyn. There's Marilyn Monroe, Rodney Dangerfield, Farrah Fawcett, Hugh Hefner, Dean Martin. It's a whole crew of people. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Haven't been to that one.
So you have to go check it out. Socially distanced from the death, but you know.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really famous people buried in LA, obviously. I had like the Three Stooges are buried. You know, that's one it just kind of freaks me out that they're buried in some crummy cemetery down in LA, like in the city. Really weird.
I think that's appropriate for them, though. Like that's what they would have wanted, you know.
Well, one of the butchers at the place I go to around the corner, he's like a nephew of the Three Stooges, which is kind of funny.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, they were funny. That's how he is. So, but very, very funny. So let me ask you before we move on.
Yes.
Was the guy that won that Senate seat? How was he? Was he good? Was he okay? Was he terrible? Was there a lot of regret?
He was okay. I mean, you know, Clinton was running for re-election then, and so I think the House and the Senate were more conservative.
Republican.
Yeah. So I think had times been different, we'd been running, you know, Bush had been running for re-election, my dad probably would have won. But
yeah.
I went to college in Oregon.
Oh really? Where?
At Reed College in Southeast.
Oh, my dad was on the advisory board there, I think.
Oh, okay. He sounds like the most sensible. He was probably a very sensible influence for our weird college. But that is such an incredible story. You realize it, like it sounds like an Alexander Payne independent film, or you know, there's like an incredible story there about a kid sabotaging that. I mean, you know, it's an incredible story. I'm just saying. Though, but I could see like a movie out of that.
You guys are gonna have to save it for your script class Zoom.
Yes,
call.
we will.
All right.
Script class. We're gonna make a movie, Patrick.
Yes, right. Yes. Everyone's eager to make their movie now.
Well, let's do a Zoom. Let's do a Zoom writing session. We can just all get it.
Totally.
Well, it's animated movie.
Right. With that being said, the animated movie, let's move on to our next comic. Q, are you ready? Can you put on your glasses, please, and take this serious?
For Maddie?
Yeah, for Maddie. Come on, give him some credibility here. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I could have been wrong on that move. All right.
Oh, whatever.
One of my favorite people, as you all are, he's an OC guy because that's where he lives. So I just equate that with him. And he's very tall and very funny, and I always get a kick out of him. And he recently wrote a book about a very good book, by the way, about the very legendary comedian Greg Giraldo, who passed away, I want to say like 7 or 8 years ago, and who's been a huge influence on a lot of people. And it's a great book, and everybody should read it. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Ballgame Balaker.
Thank
Maddie,
you. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. It's always been a dream of mine to write a book about another comedian who's more famous. So they do happen.
Right.
And Maria,
show us the book. Show us the book.
Okay.
Show us the book.
Available
right,
Amazon, Audible, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah. Very, very funny stuff, Maria. Congratulations. I would vote for you.
Thank you.
And is that true? It was a 900 vote difference. That was the swing.
I used a few more than that, but it was very close.
It was under, so you got some sway. Well, that's awesome. And I'm not Mormon, but I'm LDS friendly, and I would still vote for you. So I think you got
What's LDS friendly mean?
it means like I'm an ally. Like I knew a lot of them growing up. I didn't know
Right.
Joseph Smith, but like they're always like really well mannered and good at math, and I like them. So and Gropman, great seeing you. And congratulations on your journey back to pot. That's but
It's been tough, but thank you.
it's kind of mainstream now, though. I mean, it's not taboo like and even Colorado State University system, they have a cannabis studies major.
Oh, wow.
It's a real thing. Like apparently students can learn about the cultivation, distribution, and use of marijuana. I think that's kind of cool because like my high school had a similar program. It was called Lunch. Every morning, go to the Mormon church parking lot, do some bong rips. It was cool. And this is it's a rough time. But Q, congratulations on your T-Wolves getting the first pick in the draft. That's gonna turn like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I watched that.
That's what I'm watching this week, and I'm excited because I think the Lakers won. And imagine, I mean, if the Lakers won a championship, that would make 2020 memorable. I mean, it would be a reason for this year to go down the history of books. And I think that'd be kind of cool. And I want to get a little sentimental, Patrick and Q. What you guys are doing is awesome. I mean, it really is, because like you're giving us an opportunity. Like this is a time when live comedy is less popular than a kissing booth on a Carnival cruise line, and you're giving us like a life vest. You're giving us something to hold on to, because like comedians, it takes like the ideal blend of narcissism and egotistical like mania, and we just weave it together. And like these are tough times, but I find inspiration in my family because we're a resilient bunch. Like I did some thinking. Like my grandfather, he fought in World War II. My mom evaded a Nazi occupation camp. My cousin was a staff writer on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and we all got through it. We all had to endure these hostile environments. It wasn't easy, but we pulled up our bootstraps and we made it. And like, this is my first pandemic. Obviously not a fan. Hope I never see another one. But like, I'm reading and like I'm kind of proud of these scientists, and I just hope though that like the cure doesn't involve diet or exercise, because if we're screwed. I mean, we all like there's no chance of herd immunity. We're all just going to be past 6 feet under, and I don't have to deal with that. But fitness is tough. Like I had a goal going into this quarantine. Like I got a Peloton.
Oh, nice.
It's true, Adam. Because my goal was to become a middle-aged stereotype, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm about to get a tattoo next week, and I think that'll fit. But it's cool. For those who don't know, it's a stationary bike that costs way too much money, and that's their hook. Yeah. But they're good at marketing, because like after 100 rides, you get a brand new T-shirt that says Peloton. How can they afford to do that? I don't know. But I'm at 296, and it's kind of cool. Because at 300, Patrick, you get a non-surgical vasectomy. That's how it works. That's how it works. We don't need any snipping here. I swear, no, it's not easy. Like my chode has been battered and bruised more than a thoroughbred at Santa Anita racetrack. It is not pretty. It really, I mean, my taint is more overused than a Karen joke premise, and I'm not proud of that. I'm just saying that's where we are right now. All right, but things are, you know, it's scary though. Like just this last week, apparently the Big Ten and Pac-12 stopped their fall football seasons. That's a real thing, and like it's kind of encouraging to me to see things get canceled for reasons other than tweets. I mean, I think that's a form of progress. Oh, it really doesn't matter what Shane Gillis or Kevin Hart said 10 years ago. It's like, we're all gonna die. But I do feel for college students, because like you can't do it. You can't recreate like your read experience, Adam. You can't do that by a Zoom. I mean, kids are gonna have to find alternative ways to abuse alcohol and sleep around. I mean, I don't know, maybe they have to get in a bus, go cross the wall that El Chapo's supposed to fund or something. I don't know. They got to get creative, but it's not all bad. Like that's what it's not all bad. This pandemic, like, you know, when we're through this, Dr. Fauci is going to crush it on Dancing with the Stars. I mean,
totally.
Greta Thunberg's gonna have a chance, but my money is on the good doctor, because that dude's badass. And he's, I mean, I hope he gets a development deal or something from it, because he's been through so much. And like, I want to see good for him, because I've got 2 young kids, and like I try to be a good dad. I mean, I'm not great, but I do my best, and I get discouraged. Like I see like Patrick and Adam, like, you guys seem like you have it all figured out. I get a little down on myself, because I just realize how quickly things change. Like growing up, we had librarians. Now they're called information scientists. And I recall a time when there were hookers, and now they're social media influencers. And it's just like, well, and it's not just technology, like everything changes. Entertainment changes, comedy changes, and like we sort of have to evolve with the times. Like, you know, I don't want to be doing the same jokes I've been doing, you know, for the last 20 years. And like, I remember Dozens. Do you remember those, Q, in Minnesota? It's like mama jokes, like growing up where like your mama's so cross-eyed, tears run down her back. It's like that's what I knew. And now I overheard some kids at the park. They're like, your mama's so fat, she's a body positive role model. I was like, whoa, she's a type 2 diabetes. And I was like, well, that's clever. And this other kid's like, well, your mom's a super spreader pre-COVID. And I was like, all right, you win that battle. but now it's challenging, because like my kids are getting to the age where like social media is a thing. And like, I try to set some ground rules. It's like, don't post anything online that you wouldn't say behind someone's back. I mean, I don't want to sound too old fashioned, but I think we have to instill some decency. And like, they learn some stuff, like name calling is the most persuasive form of influence there is. I mean, like, and anyone, I tell my kids, anyone who has a differing opinion of you is a Nazi, socialist, racist, communist. I mean, it's one of those 4 things, and that's just,
yeah, that's true.
That's just how it works. But we're going to do the Zoom school for a while, and I think I'm going to keep my kids homeschooled, because I want them academically advanced and socially awkward. I mean, if I can do that, I'll pat myself on the back. And just to be safe, like we enrolled them in chess camp.
Ooh,
that's the most effective form of birth control my wife and I could think of.
Totally.
If they're more worried about a queenside castle than getting in the back seat with the prom queen, we'll be okay. We're not going to have any unexpected surprises when they're 16, 17 years old. And I think that's cool, because like they're growing up. In fact, I had to take them in to their immunizations, because I just kind of wanted to be a rebel. You know, I was like, yeah, my kids get shots, suck it.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, I know. And it was kind of interesting, because both my kids during the physical exam showed their excitement below the belt. And I was like, whoa, chip off the old block, because I'm attracted to the white coats. I married a physician, and it was just kind of cool to see, because like, you know, the apple don't fall far from the tree, I guess. And I'm really proud of my wife. Like, I don't want to get preachy. This isn't a Jimmy Kimmel monologue, but I got to get some stuff. Like, it's different. Like being a girl in science, like my wife had to endure a lot. Like, I'm super proud of her. Like she had to get past the patriarchy. that admitted more females than males in medical school, and she was able to do that. So she was able to fight that sort of oppression, and I'm so proud of her because now she's like a real doctor. She's an otolaryngologist, which means my bills are paid. I think that's the Latin translation. So, but growing up, like she had a dream. She never wanted to have to rely on a man financially. And I let her fulfill that goal every day of her life. Because some guys, they talk about the gender wage imbalance. Patrick, I walk the walk. Like I'm not I'm not some insecure a-hole. I'm not some like chauvinistic douche who needs to make $7,400 over a year to feel like a real man or contribute in any way, shape, or form. Like I don't need that. Like I don't have to do that. And I set aside more time for laughter on that bit than you guys gave me. So,
oh my God.
No, but as a parent, you get some bad advice. Like when my son was born, my uncle called me and he said, Matt, it takes a village to raise a child. No, it doesn't. As a father of two, I know that one undocumented nanny can do it for $14.95 an hour. Right? I don't know where this village is, but they've got some operational inefficiencies they need to address. All right, I know we got some big news coming up, so I'm going to wrap it up. But please
show us the book.
Purchase Greg Giraldo, A Comedian's Story. And now it's available in audio form. So if you like books but hate reading, we got you covered. So thank you guys very much. Stay safe, and thank you very much.
Matt, is that your real living room? That's your real living room, right?
It's not a set. This is
no, it's nice.
Thank you.
I really like your set, but I've also been really appreciating your Laguna Hills living room.
Thank you.
I'm
I did a lot of work
it's
on
the
it.
breeze coming in that window right back there.
It is. Yeah, thank you.
I can almost feel it.
Well, that was really, really funny. Basically, that started off like a TED talk, and then you said Ellen DeGeneres, and then you went off the rails. I was like, is this a TED talk? A funny TED talk?
I'm auditioning for TED. That'd be cool.
Yes. And you don't have to, I have to do a quick story before our special guest. It's funny being around comedians and goofballs and actor nutcases. And like, I met you years ago. And then I met your awesome wife. And what struck me most about her was like, holy shit, this person is a real job. It's like in LA, that's kind of like a mind boggler. You just don't need people with real jobs.
It's not
like,
on IMDb.
Bullshit. Like it took me 1,000 bullshits to get to a real job. So, anyways, that was very funny. Thank you very much. Everybody, get his book, get it online, get it to the mail, get it sent by carrier pigeon. Just fucking get it, okay? And one last question before we go. Who was your favorite? Who was your favorite speaker at the Democratic convention so far?
Harvey Weinstein. Love him.
Yeah,
a lot of ideas.
Don't let Forsyth steal that joke from you, by the way. Now you know.
But thank you for the setup. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Matt, you're a gem. You're a great guy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So are you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And without further ado, straight from the Democratic convention himself. The very funny, the very amazing, the very incredible Joseph Biden, everybody.
Yeah, hell yes.
All right.
He's been doing some traveling, so
Yeah, where is he? Is he hiding? Where is he?
No, he's there. Mr.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, America, to my bunker.
Wow, nice. Very nice.
I took the elevator right back to the bunker right here.
I love you. You're done with the place.
Yeah, I ironed out the creases just for you guys. It sure is not a birthday tablecloth that we've taped up to the wall.
Well, great speech tonight, Vice President. Really, really good.
Do a speech tonight.
How'd
I do? Jill, did we do a speech tonight? I was there. You were there too? Holy hey, congratulations to me.
At Justin Timberlake, right?
Yeah, I love me some Jason Timberlake, Patrick. What a great reference for the kiddos, Mr. Jason Timberlake.
Sorry, Joe. I messed that up.
Dear God, I'm old as hell, but you didn't know Justin Timberlake's name? Jill, you remember Jason Timberlake? Yeah, used to mow our lawn. Yeah, she remembers.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. How do you feel? Are you ready for the fight?
I can't wait. I hope Mike Tyson wins. He's coming back. I can't wait. Ryan, thank you for wearing the aviators. You look like a Vin Diesel stunt double.
My pleasure.
Really?
That's all I got.
I'm just always concerned about your one eye is a little bigger than the other, Joe.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but just I know you're a fighter. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy, too? One of my testicles is bigger than the other, too. Ironically, it's lopsided. Ryan, why do I not have a close-up? There we are. Ryan, don't unspotlight my video, you son of a bitch. Hello, America. I'm so glad to be in your living room. This is Vice President Jill! Joe Biden.
Right, Joe Biden.
I did it. I'm running for the Kentucky Derby. The President of the United States. Me, Uncle Joe, with Kamala Harris. Huh? Kamala.
We do, be careful, Joe, because we do have, as I recall, one Republican on the panel tonight. So on the comedian panel. So I'll let you guess who that is.
Libertarian, please. We smoke pot.
Oh, a libertarian. Okay. And for a second, I thought your vote was worthless. It is.
I'm in California. It is. It's
completely useless. Who's Joe Jorgensen? Is it Jorgensen who's running?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with Joe.
You're with Joe Jorgensen.
Yeah, Joe. It's all the same, right?
She could afford Jason Timberlake. I saw her at her little convention done in a trailer park in front of algae. Yeah, was there algae there? Oh, no.
Well, Joe, I'm very excited. I think this is going to be great. I think you're going to do really well. I think
That's silly.
you got what it takes, and you're going to make it happen.
I'm here to play.
You guys hear a kid? Jill, is there a kid in here? All right, I'll watch my language.
Okay, yeah, there's a kid. Okay, yeah, my kid wanted to come in too.
Of course.
So, what made you pick Kamala?
Jill picked her.
Oh,
And I just do what Jill tells me to do. She told me to wear this tie today. She told me to put on pants. I mean, I do what I want. What? Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Well, she gave a really good speech the other day. You should be proud of her.
Jill gave a speech. I saw it. It was on PBS.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good to see them guys got more than just Arthur and Peg plus Cat. Hilarious references to all the parents under 50.
Sure. So, Joe, what do you think your biggest
Patrick, have you prepared any of these questions, or are you just off the cuff? Because so far your improv is amazing. First off, you stopped talking in order to ask a question you did not know the answer to, nor did you know the question.
Oh, okay. It's been a long day, Joe.
No, Patrick, please let the kids wander free. If you want to bring the dog in to bark, it'd be great. What kind of professional operation are we looking at? Is this the RNC? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're not wrong, Joe. You are not wrong.
No.
What is your biggest obstacle you have running against Donald Trump? That's what I wanted to ask you. Sorry, I'm focused.
What's the biggest obstacle? Well,
correct.
What
are you gonna beat him? What's a tough one you gotta beat him on? Pound it to the ground.
Yeah, well, you're just not being racist, probably. That's gonna be a hard one. I'm not racist and he is racist. That's gonna be hard. Just saying dumb things, we're both gonna be at a neck and neck pace saying dumb things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think it's gonna be an interesting race. You're finally gonna get to see what America truly deserves. Two idiots.
Right. Well, Maddie, what do you think about that?
I agree. He's right.
Yeah, look, I got the libertarian on my side now. You know I'm screwed.
Oh my gosh, Joe, how long were you in the Senate for?
What'd you call me?
Do you know
How long
Maria?
did I eat Sundays for? I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Depends on if it has hot chocolate and nuts.
You know, Maria's dad ran for senator in Oregon. Did you know that?
Yo, who's Maria? Oh, I did not. Lost by 900 votes.
Right. There you go. See?
Yep.
See, everybody should vote, right? Get out there and vote.
Unless you're libertarian and you just wipe your ass with the ballot and throw it away.
Whoa, that's a hard hitter. So what are you going to do now that you did? Can you relax now that the big speech is over?
Yes, of course. I got my pants off. I got the dogs licking peanut butter from between my toes. That's what I like to do to relax. Huh? Our dog died 2 years ago. Well, who the hell is... I've made a huge mistake.
Oh. No, Joe, no.
When do we get a chinchilla? Huh? That's wild. Oh, shit. Huh. What was the question, Patrick?
New question. Who does your hair? It looks terrific.
It's thank you very much. I have a dry cleaner that sets it, and he sends it to me every morning with my suit.
Well, it looks fantastic. So
it's thank you. It's double-sided Velcro tape up there.
Who do you think gave the best speech at the Democratic convention so far?
I would say I like the roll call. I was iffy on the speeches. We had more Republicans talking this than Democrats, so I thought that was interesting. Felt like an RNC.
Sure, it was. It was totally a lot of Republicans. They were lining up to come give Joe the thumbs up. You did very well in that arena.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What about what people think of your disconnect with the far lefties and the Bernie people? What do you think about that? How are you going to get them on your side?
Listen, all you got to do is come to work one day with a hemp suit and hand out dollars, and you'll have the Bernie people on your side. They'll fall in line. If you can smoke your suit and you give dollar bills, the people will lose their mind.
What about student loan forgiveness? What do you think about that?
Wipe it away. And then I'll send that bill to the House, and we'll watch the Republicans damage it, and then we'll be like, "Oh, damn, Republicans, you suck." But we know it ain't ever gonna happen. You're gonna have to pay for college, you sons of bitches.
Right. Okay. Wow. There you go. Well,
listen, you're gonna get honest answers from old what Joe here, everybody. Thank you,
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that Kamala's going to do against Pence in the VP debates?
Well, he's already sent over a rider that says they're not allowed to be in the same room together, which I found interesting. It's not like that. I think all she has to do is show a little bit of cleavage. He'll soil himself, and that'll be the end of it.
That's a good strategy. That is a really good strategy.
That's all I want her to do. Mamala, show a little bit of those, and then he'll go, I got a wee-wee. President is great. And then he's going to run away.
Well, I thought he was gay.
Who?
Pence.
Who cares? Who cares? You know what I mean? He already looks like an angel, so I'm pretty sure he's very spiritual.
They're very spiritual. Yeah, he's full of shit. Joe, what is the one thing you're going to get done in your administration if you are elected? What is the mountain you will climb?
Donuts for all. And I'm going to do chocolate milk in all the water fountains in schools.
Oh, nice. Wow.
I'm really trying to get the young vote.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you have a favorite and a least favorite character on Sesame Street?
My least favorite character is Elmo.
Okay.
Because I don't understand what that kid's problem is. He's 8 years old, but he lives by himself, and he's got a whole TV show. I don't understand what's going on. Is he Macaulay Culkin of Sesame Street? Did he emancipate? Where the hell are your kids? Where are your parents? And my favorite is Snuffleupagus, because I appreciate when someone can only move around with someone's head up someone's ass.
Well said. Well said. And they actually Elmo's parents were eaten, so that's why. Yeah.
Oh, is that a political reference? Were they libertarian?
No. I'm not a libertarian.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, everybody. They're telling me I got a tweet. At Kamala Harris, good job today. Hashtag 2020. Hashtag Kamala did it. Jill, did I do that right? Did I just tweet? Okay. Sorry, buddy. I had to tweet.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck. I think you're going to do great. I think you America, the wind is at your back. The polls look good. Are you worried about the polls? What do you think?
Listen, if I lose this election, I don't think anybody needs to worry about my state of mind. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of the polls? Do you think you believe them, or do you think they're fake news, as like Trump would say?
Well, what are they saying? They saying I'm winning?
Yeah, you're winning. You're winning.
Yeah, I like them.
Okay.
Seems fairly honest.
Ah,
When they say I'm not winning, then I don't know. Maybe they're fake news.
Well, you've been amazing. I wish you all the best of luck. Anybody?
Add Steve Bannon. Great job, sucker. See you in jail, you piece of shit. Hashtag you suck balls. Hashtag you're a whore.
Yeah, Joe. Wow.
Did I do that right, Jim?
Was this in the speech tonight?
Yeah, you didn't catch it. Me hashtagging Steve Bannon's balls.
No, I missed that.
It was a huge. Yeah, suck it, Steve. I think it's hashtag suck it, Steve. It's all over the Twitter.
It would have been a nice applause break had there been people.
Oh no, you didn't hear all the applause I was waving to with the screens. I just look like a crazy old man.
Oh, sure.
What the hell? The Secret Service popped in the screen. He said, stay away, Tony.
Joe, your tongue looks like a heart. Is that something that
The hell is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying.
Balls look like a Jenga, but with a couple of them pulled out. It's weird. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, does anybody have any other questions for Joe? He's a very busy man, so.
Well, that's him saying he wants me to get out of here.
No.
He's a very busy man, everybody. Anybody have any questions? Oh, I almost threw up.
Yeah, you look a little wigged out there, Joe. Wow,
Are we on a boat? Hold on. Let me just. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I like the shape of his head when he turns.
All right, we'll have the chinchilla eat that. What was that? It's a callback to Toe's Chinchilla.
Yes, it was.
What a dumb callback.
I think your improv skills are quite.
I'm voting for Joe Jorgensen.
Okay. Another callback.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you coming down and saying hello to us, because we all wish you the best.
I appreciate that.
And may the best man win. You know, it's going to be a fair election. You know, there's everything's going to be on the up and up. There won't be any, issues with Russia or China or Iran. It should be a real smooth sail from here, don't you think? No?
Listen. I'm from the generation that appreciates the post office, so I'm excited to just get letters again.
Nice.
My aunt owes me a $5 check.
1938.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Jill, is that right? Yeah, she owes me $300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and if anybody wants to give to your campaign, where do they go?
They go to allpuppetplayers.com. Give the money to those puppets. They'll see it comes to me. They'll see it comes to me.
Joe, do you have a Venmo?
Yes, at All Puppet Players. Give me money, you sons of bitches. I'll win the country bet.
What are you gonna do on day one?
At Jason Timberlake. I love your music. I can't wait for you to play at my inauguration. Bring at CeeLo.
What are you gonna do on day one? Final question. What are you gonna do on day one, Joe?
I'm gonna take a nap. I have never been up past 9:30. This is crazy. This must be what it's like to drink joke cola. Is that a thing, Jill? Do we still drink? That she said that's a thing.
Okay, good. Well, give our best to Jill and good luck with everything.
They said hello, Jill.
And we're all rooting for you. Okay.
I appreciate it, everybody. I just want to say, God bless you. And where the hell did Jill? Are these my hands? I appreciate your time, everybody. I love the view.
All right, Joe. Thank you very much.
Whoopi, you're my favorite one. I love you, Whoopi. Call me.
Joe Biden, everybody. The next president of the United States.
Thank you. I'd turn off my computer, but I don't know how. I'm just going to walk out of frame.
There he goes, Joe. Good luck, Joe.
Jill, I got to lay down until they turn off my camera.
Well, there you go. That was Joe. He was Joe. Let's put it that way. Yes.
So,
And if anybody wants to Venmo Joe at All Puppet Players, or
All Puppet Players. They do a great show out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It's phenomenal. And they do live stuff. It's unbelievable. But that was
very
great.
funny stuff.
Great too.
And Adam, very funny. Maria, very funny. Of course, Maddie, very funny. You guys were a great group tonight. We really appreciate it. Stay safe, everybody. And Q, take us out.
Listen, it's what it was. I think tonight was fantastic. We got a great, let's just look at these flags around us right now and think positive thoughts and good thoughts. And whatever happens, let's just.
Is that right, Jill?
Is that right, Jill? Let's just all get along. You guys, thank you very much, everybody. Patrick, Nay, everybody, thank you so much for hosting.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And I'm sure we'll see you all on the backside on the flip side. All right. Have a great night. Be safe. Be well.
Thank you.
Q loves you.
Godspeed, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Have a great weekend, everything.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye.